looks like star in reverse. So first question I have for you, Aries, what way are you needing to invite more self-acceptance, just as you are, not needing to prove anything to anyone, not needing to look at any outer trappings, any outer value, status type stuff, but just your inner intrinsic value and worth. How can you let that in? Because that's what star is about. Here in this card, she's naked, which means that she doesn't have any like title, any status, any clothes. She's not really worried about, she's not concerned with who she is in terms of society or how others view her. She's connected to the whole world, which you also have here in the upright position, in a natural way. She is just as valuable as she is, as the star, as the bird, as the tree, as the flower there. It's kind of like finding your own natural place in the world, feeling calm, feeling serene, feeling hopeful, that you're not connecting with hope, that you're not valuing and recognizing, I'm going to use that word, yourself as your own unique place in the world, your own intrinsic value and worth, without anything external. So see if you can connect to that, Aries, where you may be having a hard time recognizing that you are whole and valuable just as you are. Think about yourself in terms of just a natural being, just like the flower or the bird or the tree or the star. They have their own beauty, their own radiance, their own worth just through their existence. They don't need to do anything. They don't need to say anything. They don't need to wear certain clothes. They don't need to have certain titles. Nothing. Stripped down bare. Totally valuable, totally worthwhile, complete self-value, and recognizing that. And that's what gives her her inner glow. That's what gives her her radiance, is recognizing that. So what ways, Aries, are you experiencing resistance, doubt, fear? I'm going to say questioning that. Try not to question your own value. Try not to question your own radiance. Try to employ and engage in hope and recognition of your own value. This is saying keep hope alive. Don't give up hope, Aries. Look at who you are in the world. Look at the fact that there's really only one of you. That's star energy. And Two of Coins in reverse tells me that there is some way in which financial contracts may not be going as planned right now. Two of Coins it's two, which is two different people's energy, as well as physical energy, which is coins. Sometimes this can be communication. So it's saying, like, it's also a card of being flexible. And this card in the Rider-Waite, he's standing on one foot, and there's lots of ocean tides going up and down with these ships going up and down. So it's a card of maintaining flexibility among changing circumstances. It's about remaining balanced, which also star energy has. It's about being balanced. You can see she's got one foot in the emotional waters and one foot on the ground, which is grounded energy. So both of these cards have physicality, this coins energy and the ground here, as well as this emotional water energy. So I'm getting the sense, Aries, that you may be having a hard time balancing being emotional and being grounded. Like you need to work on that. And a key or solution is through humor. This card is really a card about playfulness, flexibility, adaptation. In the reverse, it's a card of stress. Same thing with this. When there's no hope, when there's no self-acceptance, when you're putting pressure on yourself here, there's no pressure with her just being herself. No pressure at all. There's no pressure on the bird to be as the bird is. There's no pressure on the flower to be as the flower is. That's man-made. It's not natural. It's unnatural. So I'm going to say, take the pressure off yourself, Aries. Lighten up a little bit. Be playful. Because In the upright position, this is a card of flexibility, adaptability, fun. If you think about the juggler, he's standing on one foot and he's juggling and he's saying, look at me, I'm playing, I'm having fun. By the way, I'm capable and I can take anything that comes at me. I know how to bend, I know how to laugh, I know how to adjust. In the reverse position, it says, I don't know how to bend, I don't know how to laugh. I'm stressed because I've got to keep all these balls in the air, and if I miss a step and I'm about to fall over and I'm on one foot, and it's stressful. Lighten that up, Aries. Think about life as fun. Think about life as being playful, being adaptable. Think about it as I can handle whatever's thrown at me because I know how to keep my balance regardless. So keep your balance, Aries. Don't take the pressure off yourself because things are going to happen quickly. This is 8 of Wands. This is like new information coming in. This is when you get the last piece of the puzzle that unlocks. This is like things are lined up 80 to 90%. Things are lining up quickly. When I see this card, I think of a pot of water that's about ready to boil. You don't see it. It's happening under the surface, but it can happen rapidly all at once. So these are 8 Wands flying through the air. It means news, information, getting the last puzzle piece that unlocks the whole picture, and things happen rapidly. So if you have anyone in your environment who is an air sign, that would be Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, something can happen rapidly with that person, Aries. They may give you the piece of information that you've been looking for. They may inspire you to go after what it is you want. Knight of Swords has no fear. He goes very, very quickly too. Both of these cards are cards of quicksilver, like things happening very fast. In the Rider-Waite, he's on a horse and he's charging against the wind. And this is sort of like against the wind imagery too. It can happen very rapidly. You can develop courage. This is someone who has convictions. The swords represent beliefs and ideas. So this is someone who goes after what they believe in. They don't care if this building's on fire. They're going to go in there because they believe in what they're pursuing. This is someone who has total courage, total belief, total conviction in what they think and what they know. So take courage, Aries. Things can happen very rapidly. Then I also see willingness opening up for you. This could be a fire sign. This could be you, Aries. This is like becoming young again, becoming an apprentice to something, becoming a student. And Page of Wands is all about feeling optimistic, feeling enthusiastic, being willing to look at things. This card sort of says, sign me up. I'm ready. I'm ready to learn. I'm ready to take it on. I'm ready to take on new information. So I get that things could happen quickly. You could have a mentor in an air sign who leads the way, and then you follow that. But you're going to be ready for something new mid-month, Aries. I do see there's some emotional energy. Something's coming to a conclusion. Interesting, especially emotionally. This is 9 of Cups, which means wish fulfillment. It means feeling full, feeling satisfied. And 10 of Cups is the next card, which is the most amount of cups on a card that you can get. And this has to do with joy, with peace, with family, with feeling contented as well. But the fact that these are in the reverse position is saying that you're blocking some sort of emotional energy, some sort of way of feeling. What this tells me is that there's some way in which you're feeling dissatisfied, or that like all the color is draining out of your world. Your cups aren't being filled up like they would be if it was this. Your cups are being emptied. If you can imagine like all the rainbow, the joy, the life, technicolor aspect of life, falling out of these cups, there's some way in which you feel perhaps emotionally drained or dissatisfied is what I'm really getting here. And that might be like there's something that used to be full of emotion for you, full of satisfaction, full of heart energy. It could be the end of a relationship here that's just coming to its natural conclusion, because 9 energy is things wrapping up and 10 is completing. So I get the sense that something is completing here, but that you may be having resistance to it because they're in reverse. You may be like not wanting that emotion to go. You may be like clinging to a relationship that has completed, or feeling dissatisfied within a relationship. I'm not sure how it's going to show up for you, Aries, but this is emotional fulfillment in reverse. You can see here, this is like having your cup filled, being at the end of the rainbow, experiencing treasures and life and joy and abundance, peace, family. This is satisfaction, wish fulfillment. This is in reverse. It's not satisfying to you. It's not fulfilling your wishes. It's draining. So I want you to work with letting go, Aries, of whatever is dissatisfying to you, whatever's draining you, because when you complete this is, if you go with the optimism, the willingness, this is being open to life and what's happening. This 9 is completing, the 10 it's complete. And then this is you after it completes. This is you after you let go. This is world energy. This is feeling supported and free, supported by the universe, supported by all that is. So I want to invoke this saying that's a Buddhist saying, which is let go or be dragged. The more you hold onto and cling to this thing that is dissatisfying to you, that is, or unsatisfying, which is draining your emotional energy, that's going to keep you dragged. Like that's holding on. When you let go, this is who you become, Aries. So let go. Let go. Feel free. Feel open. The world's got your back. The world is one of the best cards in the deck, and it's victory, it's openness, it's possibility. This is the great 0 here. So it is the completion after an end, and it is many ways in being ready for something new, being a student again, being willing, being open. That's actually what I'm getting with this big O here and this openness from this card. Being open, because this is just keeping you stuck, Aries. Let go. Even though it may have been beautiful before, satisfying, fulfilling, it's not satisfying anymore. It's draining you. Let go of what's draining you. Be free, be open. This is like all of life's potential energy. This is you feeling your complete self, your free self, fully you, and supported on all sides. So mid-month, Aries, you got some nice stuff going on. You just have to let go. Be open. Be enthusiastic and be optimistic, because that's you, Aries. That's fire energy in a nutshell. And remember the young side of yourself. Remember what caused you to feel free, open, enthusiastic, joyful. You know, what lights your spark, Aries? That's what's going to get you here. Then at the end of the month, I see there may be a large sum of money that you were expecting that does not come, or you may not be experiencing stability or structure in the way that you had hoped. 10 of Coins is a card about inheritance. It's about large stacks of money. It's the most amount of coins that can be on a card, and it shows the security that comes about when there are good decisions made over time. The money accumulates because of investment. And we see this secure, happy couple that is protected in their fortress. So it's also a card of security. It's the handing of the wealth from one generation to the next generation, because it's an accumulation of those good decisions. So in the reverse position, it can be that you thought money was coming in, but it's not arriving, or that it's in delay, that money isn't accumulating as fast as you'd like it to, or that you're not experiencing the stability that you desire. You know, this could be that you're saying, where's my castle? Where am I in this coupledom? I'm not seeing that. I'm not experiencing this wealth, this inheritance, this money, this windfall that I thought I should have by now. I'm going to say, Aries, the way to get through that is get over your resistance to collaborating with other people. You may need to build it too. You may need to take your own hand in creating this, because what this is saying to me, interesting, these two together, look at these castles and these fortresses. This person expects it to come to them. I expect loads of money to just come to me. This person works for it. This person is like, I just want, mommy or daddy or grandpa or grandma to give me all the money, and I want to just be happy and safe and all that. I just want to walk into the castle and it's already furnished. But this person says, no, I'm going to build what I want to see created. I'm willing to put out the TLC, the sweat, the tears, the toil to create something. And this card, by the way, is collaboration. It's multiple streams of income. It's willingness to work with others. And the Rider-Waite, this is, it is the card of the builder, but also the architect and the client, the person who's going to be using the building. So this is a real card of collaboration, working with others. And I'm getting actually, Aries, that something may need to be repaired. The reason, this is really strange, but with these two cards together, I'm getting that there is domestic bliss here, because that is another meaning of this card, but that you need to repair something. You need to work on it. You need to put effort. Your unwillingness right now to put forth effort to work on that castle is what's preventing you from experiencing this domestic bliss, this big stack of money, this big stack of security. You need to collaborate with others and work on repairing or building, and then that 10 of coins might show up. Because look, when you do this work, when you collaborate with others, repair those stained glass, all of that, this is what you get. So these two are very tied to one another. I'm going to say you may need to put forth effort. You may need to collaborate with others, and then that's when this shows up. I also show at the end of the month, Aries, stop worrying about what other people think. You don't try to be like everybody else. This is Hangman in reverse. Hangman in the upright position gets spiritual insight through just being himself. Again, themes of this. Remember this? You need to accept yourself as you are. Both of these in reverse, this is actually how this is showing up, saying there's a lack of self-acceptance, Aries, that you're going through right now. You're too worried about what other people think. Stop it. You're not acknowledging your own value, your own place in the world. And with Hangman in reverse, he's saying, I need to know that others accept me. I need to know that I'm keeping up with the Joneses. I need to know that I'm uncomfortable unless everybody thinks that I'm just like them, unless I fit into the mold. You can't do that. You're a unique person, and you have to give up what others think of you. You have to consider what you think of yourself first. You need to get comfortable with yourself. In the upright position, Hangman is comfortable. He accepts that he walks his own path. He accepts that he does things in his own unique way. He doesn't really give 2 cents what other people think of him. He's perceived as an outcast, and he's comfortable with that. He's like, cool, I don't need to be like everyone else. When it's showing up in the reverse like this, how are you fearful of being perceived as an outcast? How are you not accepting yourself? It's echoing this, and they're both major arcana cards, Aries. So I want you to do whatever you can to not consider what others are thinking of you as more important than how you're viewing yourself, your own unique place in the world. Who cares what anyone else thinks? You have to get comfortable with yourself first. You need to almost see things from a different point of view. Like, you need to lean into your discomfort is what I'm getting with Hangman. Hangman gets comfortable even though he's in an uncomfortable position because he accepts himself. He stops resisting. He stops fighting. He stops trying to mold himself into something that he's not. So therefore he gets enlightenment. I get the sense, Aries, you're trying to cram yourself into a package that doesn't fit you. So lean into your discomfort, but don't try to be something you're not. That's the message of Star and Hangman in reverse. Accept yourself as you are, because it's draining your confidence. This is Knight of Wands in reverse. This is definitely a fire sign. I'm reading this as you, Aries. And this is the guy who has confidence, boldness. You know, he's cocky. He can be a little bit arrogant, but he is daring as anything. He's like the most brave, most courageous soul. This is you when you've grown up a bit. Like, if you look page to night, this is the developed version of this guy. And, you know, male or female here. But until, this is who you are, Aries, on a core level. You guys are confident, you're brash, you're fiery, you're the stars. You're the infants of the zodiac. You are the rams, the babies, the stars. So, but you're not feeling like a star right now. You're not allowing and accepting yourself just as you are, and it's draining your confidence. So when you address this, Aries, when you address this, accepting yourself as you are, accepting that you're different, you're unique, you're original, you're not like everybody else. You know, you have to get comfortable with that. You have to break out of whatever shells you're putting on yourself. That's what's going to get you your confidence back. That's what's going to make you be Knight of Wands again, this confident, daring, bold, Aries, fiery, ram kind of person that you naturally are. Stop resisting it. So I'm going to encourage you to look at all these cards, especially. How can you be yourself more? How can you stop worrying about what everybody thinks? Cast off all of those clothes, all of those titles, all of those outer trappings. Don't worry about it. Worry about getting right with you. Confront your discomfort. Don't worry about being perceived as an outcast. Just be you, Aries, and then you get to be confident, bold, daring, brash, you know, all the things we love about Aries. So that's my reading for you, Aries. I hope you enjoyed it. Work on letting go here if you can. It frees you up. And if you enjoyed it, feel free to give it a thumbs up. And also share it with any Aries that you think might benefit from that message. And as always, I just want to thank everyone for watching.